Hi guys, it's Nika and I almost didn't post the speed build this weekend, but then I went to write about it on Twitter and I got this suggestion that if I don't feel like building, maybe I could just try to decorate an apartment. So that's what I did. Literally the moment I read that comment, I was like, oh my god, yes, wait, I have an idea now. So today we are in San Myshuno again, in the Spice District, I believe, and we are building an apartment. As you can tell from the title, it is an apartment for someone who really loves fairies. And also, this is kind of me putting it in the universe that I hope that a fairy pack is coming soon. Fairy pack for 2024, please. I know I keep repeating this a lot, but my top 3 wishes for The Sims 4 are a music expansion pack. Yes, you heard that right, expansion pack. I don't want a band game pack, I want a full expansion pack. Then I also want a fairy game pack and a bird stuff pack, please. I would really die of joy if we got a bird pack. And yeah. Did you hear my badges right now? They wanted to. Okay, my badges got so loud that I had to stop recording and go see what's happening. Nothing's happening, they're just very excited about something, I don't know. Usually they are very loud when the weather is nice. The weather is currently not nice. It is kind of cloudy and grey, and it's quite dark in the living room, I would say. Yeah, I don't know. You guys don't care about this. Anyway, so yeah, this apartment. So it's for 1 or 2 Sims. I sort of imagined it just for 1 Sim, but they could totally have a roommate. And they were roommates. They slept in the same bed. Totally roommates, besties, homies. Nothing more. And yeah, so the aesthetic I went for in the living area was kind of more like cozy vibes, and there's a lot of plants. I mean, there's a lot of plants also in the bedroom. But I would say, and I don't know, I don't really know if this is the best way to explain it, probably not. But the living area sort of is giving me like a village fairy vibe, something like that. Not really, but that would be the closest to how I kind of feel about it. And then in the bedroom, it's more like fairy princess vibes. And I'm not sure. Like at first, when I finished the bedroom, I was looking at it and I was thinking about it. And part of me really wanted to start over and make the bedroom fit more with the aesthetic that I already set in the living area. But then I just love it as it is because I really like the bedroom, not gonna lie, I really, really like it. There's one thing that I kind of wish I removed. I did this thing, you're gonna see it in a minute. I did this thing with curtains around the bed, and the idea is nice. I think I may have done it already in some build, and I really liked how it turned out. However, in this build, when I finished it and when I went to take the pictures, I didn't really like it anymore, and I think it's because the curtains aren't touching the floor. Because this apartment has very tall walls and the curtains just aren't long enough. I think it would have looked much better if the curtains were touching the floor. But I left it there, and when you download the apartment, you can decide whether to keep it or to destroy it. But I do kind of like how I put the fairy lights there. Oh yeah, in this apartment I put a lot of fairy lights everywhere because I thought, well, fairy lights, fairy fan apartment, it kind of fits. And also I just genuinely really, really love fairy lights. Now that it's already getting a little colder and darker and the sun isn't shining as much, I've got a lot of fairy lights in my own bedroom, and I need to remove the old batteries and put some new ones in because I just love fairy lights so much. I could be sitting in complete darkness, but I would have all my fairy lights on, and it is so beautiful. I would have fairy lights on and my LED stripe. LED, is that how you call it in English? I wanted to say LED lights because We say let in Czech. Even like I don't think I've ever heard anyone refer to LED light as LED light. Like that's how you would say the letters in Czech. I've never heard anyone refer to it as that. We kind of read it as a word, as if it was a word. Fun fact: LED also means eyes in Czech. Okay, don't know why we went there. Don't know why I had to do a whole language segment here. But I hope you found it interesting. And this reminds me of something that I was thinking about, and I still kind of sometimes think about it. You guys know that my native language isn't English, and that I don't live in an English-speaking country. I'm Czech. I'm from Czech Republic. And for a long time, I've been thinking about sometimes from time to time filming a video in Czech. Would you guys like that? Obviously, I would put it out with English subtitles. No worries about that, you would still understand it. But would you guys like a video in my native language? I'm also kind of anxious about it, because when I say something stupid in English, we can just blame it on the fact that it's not my native language and that I just messed up, because, you know, I didn't realize that it's wrong, because, yeah, not my native language. But in Czech, it's kind of... And like, listen, I freaking studied Czech in university. Like, you would expect me to speak well Czech. You would expect me to use my native language well, considering all this. But my spoken Czech is honestly not very great. I speak really, I would say, informally, and it annoys some people. I don't know if I can explain it in English, but yeah, I sometimes I speak, I don't know. Also, I swear so much, it's actually a problem. Like, when I'm talking to someone, when I'm talking, like, when I'm doing something important, or back when I was at school, I can leave out the swear words, but I'm kind of afraid that since YouTube is quite a very like informal setting, and I kind of consider you all friends, sort of in a way, I'm afraid that I would just swear so much. And I mean, maybe you wouldn't find that surprising, because I swear a lot even in English, but somehow, I don't know, it feels more embarrassing in Czech. I don't know. So that's just an idea. Let me know if you would like to see a Czech video from me. I'm not quite sure what I would do. Maybe like a create a sim, where I would create some sims with Czech names. But thing is, whenever I create sims with Czech names, when I'm creating them, I'm having fun, and I'm having fun coming up with their names. And then I look back at it and I'm like, oh my god, this name is so cringe. This name just doesn't sound realistic. It sounds so stupid. And yeah. A lot of times I want to do something, let's say, something Czech in the game, and then I do it, and I cringe back with myself, so yeah. But I didn't mean to go there, and I didn't mean to talk about it for this long. I don't think I can say anything else about the apartment. I'm trying to think, and no, I think I said all the, I don't know, big things I wanted to say. I know I promised some spooky autumnal builds, and I still want to do that, but I don't know. Like, I want to do it, but the motivation is just not there. So we shall see what I will build next weekend. Maybe I will not build anything, who knows. Oh, next weekend I'm going to the Eras movie. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm kind of sad that I couldn't go on Friday the 13th, but there were some issues, and I didn't want to go alone. Well, I mean, I would have gone alone, but then my sibling was like, I actually want to see it with you. And they couldn't go on Friday. So I thought, okay, cool. So how about next week? So we are going next week, and I am so excited. I'm so not gonna be normal in the cinema. I already know it. Like, this is my first like Taylor Swift event in real life. So far, my Swiftie activities were only happening in my bedroom, at my computer, at my phone. This is the first time in real life I will get to be a Swiftie, if that makes sense. And I'm just very excited, and Taylor Swift means a lot to me. Her songs got me through some really bad times, so I'm very excited about this event and this movie. Although, before I went to record this video, I was on Twitter and I was seeing tweets about what got cut out of the movie, and that makes me a little upset. She cut out one of my most favorite songs. I will never forgive her that, unless there will be like a full version on streaming services. Wink wink, Taylor, please. I need to hear my favorite song, one of my most favorite songs, please. Yeah, but I'm very excited. Are you also going to see the movie? Are you making friendship bracelets? I bought my beads yesterday and I didn't think I'd have this much fun making the bracelets. I think I will need more beads and I will continue making bracelets even after the movie because it's just so good and I love it so much. Anyway, I think we are getting really close to the end of the video. There are some more things I wanted to talk about and ask you how you guys are and what you guys are doing, how's your October. I don't think I will have enough time for that, because I had to speak about how I'm kind of embarrassed to speak my own language on YouTube, but at the same time I really want to speak my native language on YouTube. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. I will be happy to hear them, to read them. And yeah, now only one thing left to do. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Bye everyone.